Welcome back, oh my goodness, Story Traders Podcast. We gotta record this one really quick so you can get home and smoke your burgers.
I need to smoke some burgers.
Yeah,
for the fam.
What kind of wood?
Mesquite.
Ooh, money.
I think that was a gift.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, bougie gift.
Yeah, bougie gift. But yeah, smoked burgers are some of my favorite way of eating burgers. It's just so good.
I've been very into short tangent here. I've been very into soups. Me and Isabel are like soup season. Mm-hmm. It is game on right now. My problem with soups is, we've got a nice gas stove in this house. I love gas. So I love that you're heating on the stove. Mm-hmm. It's heating your house. Mm-hmm. Oh, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
You're like paying to heat the house, but then you're cooking and it's also adding heat. Mm-hmm. Great use of the heat. After you've got this big pot of soup, you're not eating all of it. My thought is, why would I put this hot pot of soup into the refrigerator and cause my refrigerator to have to work hard to cool it down? Why not let the pot completely cool off outside of the fridge and then put it in the fridge? Makes sense, right?
Well, do you want a thermodynamics explanation?
No, I don't. It makes sense until you realize that you should have just put it in the fridge while you were thinking of it, because...
Did you leave it out overnight?
Oh, I didn't only leave it out overnight. I left it out for 24 hours.
Oh, my word.
I was like, ooh, that could get me sick.
You're like, well, this is probably, but I'll just eat it anyways.
I'm going to boil it. I'm going to kill anything that's in there, right? I did it twice. I did that twice. I couldn't believe.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not even joking.
Oh,
I left
gosh.
the same soup out twice. Wait, one of them was 24 hours. I think the other one was overnight.
Oh my gosh.
But I was like, I cannot believe this. I was
you did this the exact same thing?
To start putting the soup in the fridge, like after we're done eating. Like,
yeah.
I can't leave it out. So, I think I've learned
well,
this. But I didn't get sick. Isabel, she didn't eat it. She did not eat it. She was like, you're eating this if you want to get rid of it. I was like, that's fair. I'm not going to make you eat it. But I did not get sick. So cool. I killed it. Everything that was in there.
Well, let me put your mind to ease. Okay. Yeah. If you put a pot of hot soup in the refrigerator, yes, it will make your refrigerator have to run a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But your refrigerator takes all of the heat out of what is inside and then pumps that heat out of the refrigerator. So it's warming your house anyways. So yes, you are paying slightly more in your electricity bill, but you're still heating your house with that heat regardless.
And see, I hadn't thought about it in that fashion.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Conservation of energy.
Yeah. I'll just put the boiling pot that's just straight off the stove.
Well, I wouldn't
throw it
do
in
that.
there.
I wouldn't do that. You might, the glass shelves are probably tempered, but you don't want to shatter that. You don't want to shatter those.
I won't.
All right. Wow. What is our topic? Last weekend. What a weekend.
Choo.
Okay. So I'll preface this with that Bailey's due date was November 9th. Mm-hmm. We had scheduled a C-section for November 7th. Last time, with our first kid, Oliver, his birthday was the due date. So we were kind of expecting like this is, probably going to be pretty close to the due date.
Pretty close. But,
maybe it's a little early, maybe it's a little late, I don't know, whatever. Well, I guess it wouldn't be late because we would have had the C-section, but that was kind of like what our plan was. So last week, being like the week before last weekend, we had been dealing with some Oliver digestive issues. Being that I felt so bad for him. The poor kid was constipated. And I felt so bad for him because, like, he would wake up at night and he couldn't sleep because he was in pain, and it's like it sucks because there's nothing that you can do for him.
No.
Like, there's only, you try to like give him, laxatives that the pediatrician recommends in his water, but he doesn't want to drink the water.
Oh,
and
did it taste weird?
No, it didn't. He just
didn't
didn't feel like drinking water. And so we were just dealing with this, and it was super annoying because I hated how he was in pain. Like, we couldn't do very much for him. We just had to like keep encouraging him and try to give him like fiber in his diet and stuff.
Yeah.
And
what really sucks is in 20 years, all of his girlfriend will have heard this.
Oh yeah.
And be like, oh, little Oliver,
little
was
constipated. So yeah, poor kid. So there were a couple nights that were kind of a little long, the week before last weekend. But on Friday night. So going into the weekend, we put Oliver down at 8 o'clock, which is about what his bedtime is, and he was complaining a little bit about his stomach, but he went to sleep fine. And then I think we watched something, and then we ended up kind of going to bed a little. It was like 10 o'clock, and very shortly after we went to bed, he starts crying. And most of the time, if he wakes up during the night and like is crying, like calls out for us, we will let him like self-soothe, because otherwise he teaches himself that anytime he wakes up and he wants us, then he cries, and then we come in, So most of the time we just let him fall back asleep, and it works fine.
Yeah.
But that did not happen that night. He was crying for a very long time and kept calling and saying that his stomach hurt and stuff.
Aww.
And so Bailey ended up getting him, bringing him to our bed, and he could not fall asleep. He kept complaining about his stomach and like asking us to like rub his stomach, and there was, man, it was the worst because we didn't know exactly if it was constipation or not. And it was like there wasn't any blood or anything, so I wasn't terribly concerned in that regard. But we were like, we're gonna take him to the urgent care the next morning, just make sure everything's fine.
Yeah.
So that night was so long, he just couldn't sleep. He and I ended up watching Bluey from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. So that Bailey could get some sleep.
Yeah.
So she's sleeping, and then at like 5:15, I ask Oliver, I'm just like...
And you didn't sleep a lick from 3 to 5?
I didn't sleep from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So I asked Oliver, I was like, are you tired? And he goes, yeah. I was like, do you want to go upstairs? And he goes, yeah. So we turn off Bluey, we go upstairs, because like Bluey was the only thing that could get him distracted enough off of his stomach.
Yeah.
So we go upstairs, I put him down, and he falls asleep immediately. And I was like, okay. And so I went to bed. This is at 5:30.
Oh, my.
And then he woke up at 8. And so I got 2.5 hours of sleep that night.
Yeah. Were you going to work from home?
No, that was Saturday. It was going into Saturday,
okay.
fortunately.
Okay.
So Saturday morning, we go to the urgent care, and they like take his vitals. Everything's fine. He doesn't have any fever. He doesn't have strep. He doesn't, they like feel his stomach, and everything's fine there, and he doesn't react and like in any pain or anything. So they were like, okay, just keep an eye on him. Take him to the pediatrician next week, and like it's probably constipation, but we're not totally sure. And so we're just like, all right, we're just gonna have to keep an eye on him. So that night we had a like a fall festival at church. Every year we have this thing we throw out for the community, and every year it's gotten bigger and bigger. And so like it's kind of a big deal at this point that like everyone is just like all hands on board, just trying to like, make this festival go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
And so Bailey works for the church part-time, so she's kind of in charge of like getting a lot of that stuff put together. Well, now she's 8.5 months pregnant, and so she had to go in at noon to like make sure a lot of the vendors and stuff were set up properly and everything. She thought that she was going to head back at like 1:30 or 2. So Oliver falls asleep immediately on the couch when we get home from urgent care, and she takes off. I eat lunch, and then he wakes up and he kind of starts complaining about his stomach. So we sit down and we just watch like Robin Hood.
Okay.
And after that, then we went outside to play, and he's like acting pretty normal at this point.
Okay.
And I think it's just because he was like being distracted.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, he's like just playing. He's having a good time. And at that point, I was like, I think we should take him to Fall Fun Fest in the evening, because that would be another good distraction to keep him off of that. And otherwise, we might just like end up watching something all evening.
Yeah.
So Bailey ended up getting like really like absorbed in everything there. So she wasn't able to come back. So I was going to take Oliver there at 4:40. I was going to be parking cars. The event was going to start at 5, and then Oliver was going to like hang out with Bailey on the golf cart that she was going to be driving around.
Bougie.
Yeah. And so we get there. I have to park in the back to make sure that there's parking for other people. Bailey comes out to pick me up in the golf cart, and she goes, not to, and I don't want to alarm you, but I think I might be feeling some contractions. And I was like, oh, crap. She's like, I don't know if it's like Braxton Hicks or anything, so I think I'm just going to go talk to some other more experienced mothers and kind of see what their opinion is.
When we got that
like,
text, Isabel definitely had to explain what Braxton Hicks was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've never heard of that.
Didn't even know about it. So I'm like, okay, well, keep me updated.
And then you forgot.
Yeah. So I asked her when it started. She said, I think it started about 4. So it had been 40 minutes at this point.
Yeah.
And so then she drops me off. I'm starting to like park cars and stuff, and honestly forgot.
So bad.
Yeah. And
you had a lot of other things on your mind, though.
Yeah. So like an hour and a half.
Constipation, parking cars, lots of things.
So about an hour and a half later, hour and a half to 2 hours later, I'm finishing up with parking cars. And then I get in line for food at one of the food trucks. And I turn around, I see Bailey sitting there with Morgan, her sister, and her parents, and like some friends of ours that came in from out of town. I hadn't gotten to say hi to them yet. The Shorts. Well, Garrett's been on here.
Yeah.
So I walk over to say hi to them, and I look at Bailey's face, and she is grimacing. And I'm like, oh, no. And Maddie just goes, you might have to head to the hospital soon. I was like, really? And Bailey's like, I think we're at like 4 minutes. And I was like, 4 minutes apart? So we go back. I get the car, and we're like trying to figure out, Oliver's going to go with her parents back home, even though he was supposed to stay with my parents over like when the baby was going to be born. So I get the car, Bailey gets in, and she's like, so do you think we should just go straight to the hospital? I was like, well, we have to pass our house, so I think we can probably just like grab some clothes really quick because we hadn't packed any of our like go bags.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks early, why would you?
we had one bag packed, and I'll let you guess what that bag was. One guess.
You already had this bag packed?
Yes.
Diaper bag?
Snacks.
Oh.
And that was the only bag that we had
that
packed.
Makes sense. What snacks do you have in there?
Bailey had like some zebra cakes, and I had like some trail mix.
Cake.
I think it's made by Little Debbie's. But
what do you think of Little Debbie's cakes? Y'all wouldn't get that, sorry.
And like some beef jerky and stuff.
Nice.
And so and Cheez-Its. And so we go back. Bailey's in the car in labor. And I'm like inside just shoveling clothes into bags and like getting the car seat and everything. And
I feel like this could be a movie. Like the moment you break open the door and you're just like, your hair's all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
You just grab a bag, like shoving stuff in.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's like the moment in a movie where somebody knows they're being pursued, but like they
just
know
need to
they've
pack
got
something
like
really quick.
20 minutes before they have to be out of the house.
yeah, they're just shoveling stuff in.
Yeah.
So I get back in the car and we drive down to the hospital. And unfortunately, since their like normal hours are down or they're closed in their like normal hours, then we have to go in through the emergency room, which means you get charged for emergency stuff, which is annoying because it's like, this isn't, an emergency per se.
You go up, you're like,
Listen, I'd like to
they're like,
negotiate
so
this
you're gonna
before.
get charged for emergency. You're like, oh, we'll
Can
wait
we
out.
just
We'll wait
get in
outside till
a
8.
different room or a different door. So we go in through there, and I forgot the snacks.
Oh,
I know, I was horrified because I didn't even get dinner at the fall festival.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't get any dinner.
Oh,
So we get in there, we get checked in. We're in the triage area, which is where like they do their initial assessment, basically. And the nurse is
could
like,
we get the initial assessment rather quickly?
because I'm hungry. So the nurse is like,
Oh,
asking
and my wife
Bailey,
is in labor.
Yeah. So the nurse is asking Bailey all these questions. She's like, so when did you eat last? Because Bailey was planning on a C-section, and you can't have a C-section if you've eaten within like 6 or 8 hours.
Ooh. Why?
So
they go through
because
the stomach?
No, it has to do with just how the body reacts, and if you have food in your system, then there's like a much higher chance of death.
What?
Basically, yeah, if it's within a certain period of time.
Oh my goodness.
So Bailey's like, I think last time I ate something was like 2:00. At this point, it was like 8:30 or 9.
Oh.
And she's like, okay, what was that? And Bailey's like, like 2 Timbits.
2 Timbits.
Yeah. And she's like, okay. Yeah, we'll have to see what the doctor thinks about the like anesthesia prior to the 8-hour mark.
Ooh.
And she's like, and when did you drink water last? And Bailey goes, honestly, before that. And she goes, well, that might be why you're in labor right now.
Really? Why?
Yeah. That's what I
The
asked.
dehydration?
Yeah, because the uterus is a muscle. And so just like your muscles will cramp up when you're dehydrated, then you can basically induce like fake labor by being super dehydrated.
I had no
Allegedly.
idea.
So they were like, we basically just have to pump you with liquids and then check your progression and see if you've progressed at all to determine if you're actually in labor or not. So that's what they did. And sure enough, she was in labor. And it was kind of funny. While we were waiting, I was like, man, that nurse looks super familiar.
What?
I was like, I feel like I've met her before or something. I can't figure it out. And I asked Bailey at one point, I was like, does she look familiar? And she's like, I don't think so. And then later, I realized why she looked familiar.
Yeah.
She looks exactly like Gwyneth Paltrow, which I'm not expecting you to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm the wrong
the
person.
actress. That's Iron Man's love interest.
Oh, okay.
She looks exactly like her.
Really?
And I told Bailey, I was like, she looks just like her, doesn't she? And she's like, yeah, actually she does. So then they moved her. So they got permission to take her in for the C-section. Cause like we were pretty close to the 8-hour mark at that point.
Yeah.
And which I was happy about because Bailey was in a good amount of pain at that point with the contractions.
Yeah.
And we went in there and got the C-section done, and it was
'Cause didn't they tell her,
10:44 is
like-
officially when the birth happened.
Didn't they tell her, like, You could just wait
Yeah.
if you wanted, or
They
since
asked her
you're
if she
here-
wanted to try a normal birth.
Oh,
Yeah.
like right then.
Yeah, right then. Just wait it out and see if she could do like a natural birth. And at that point, Bailey was like mentally prepared. She had considered it pretty seriously, but she was like mentally prepared to just have the C-section. She had
Yeah.
that with Oliver too. So yeah, she was just like, I think let's just do the C-section. And so they brought her in, prepped her, and we found out that our kid was a son, and which, because we hadn't figured out the gender prior to that.
Yeah.
And named him Warren McKenzie.
Warren
And
McKenzie.
we call him Mac.
I love it.
But he was born at 10:44
He is so
p.m.
precious.
Yeah. And we so after that, then like they sew up Bailey, and then they bring her to like the recovery room where they have to like constantly check vitals and stuff just to make sure everything's good to go after the surgery.
Yeah.
And that's like where you have your initial like bonding with the baby, basically.
Okay.
And so we do that, and at that point we finish that up at like, it's probably 1:15 at that point.
Yikes.
So we go up to our room, and it's like 1:30 at this point. And I told Bailey, I was like, I think I'm gonna have to go find after we get settled into our room and everything. I'm like, I'm gonna have to ask a nurse where like a vending machine is, because I am starving at this point.
I mean, what was the last time you'd eaten?
11:30 a.m.
11:30 a.m.
Yeah, so it had been like 14 hours.
Did a little 14-hour fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but like we got in there, and the nurse came in, and she gave Bailey these like saltine crackers because she can't have anything crazy after a C-section.
Uh-huh.
And Bailey cracks these saltine crackers open and starts eating them. And she's like, I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty good crackers. and the nurse is
Have they
like,
changed the
"Do you
formula
want-"
on these saltines?
Yeah.
Because they're popping.
Yeah. So the nurse is like, do you want me to show you where the snacks are? And I was like, yeah, that would be great.
Please.
She's like, I can maybe see if they have like an extra turkey sandwich or something too. I was like, yeah, that'd be great. So she goes off and finds a turkey sandwich and like Cheez-Its and like string cheese. And I'm just pounding this. And then she shows me where the rest of the snacks are. They've got these little ice cream cups and like yogurt cups and stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, it was great. And so I'm just like eating a ton of snacks at like 2 a.m. and it was so great. And then we were awake for a while longer because nurses kept coming in to like check stuff. And then we were trying to feed Mac. And we were so tired. Oh my gosh. So I figured out from 4 a.m. on Friday morning when I got up to go to work to 4 a.m. on Sunday morning. So a 48-hour period of time. I had gotten a total of 5 hours of sleep.
That's so wild.
It was brutal. But we got some good naps in at the hospital.
You need those.
Yeah.
Not talking from experience, but
Right.
from what I've heard.
Right. But everything was great. Everyone was healthy. We were able to come home on Monday, and
Can I pause you for a minute?
yeah.
So the fun part of this story is...
Oh shoot!
What?
About the texting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you were going to share it?
Yeah, I was gonna share that.
Oh, gosh.
I'm
Fine.
sorry.
Just talk this whole podcast.
Okay.
I get no words.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. So this is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
your favorite part that
Genuinely,
you were
this is-
you were going to forget.
Yeah, I appreciate you reminding me.
Gee whiz.
This is genuinely one of my favorite parts. Adley and Austin.
Having Warren born wasn't your favorite part
I
of
said
the story?
one of my favorite parts.
Boy.
Adley and Austin were camping in Hocking Hills State Park, which is where there's just like very little cell phone reception.
Yeah.
And so they
actually have a funny camping story. Have you heard what they
yes,
what they
I have.
did?
Yeah, I have. It's
Maybe
very funny.
Maybe I'll share a bit of that.
Yeah. So they didn't have reception, didn't even know that we were going in for this. So I'm
No
texting
clue.
everyone saying that we're going in for this C-section. And
Which you had actually texted at a reasonable time of
it was
evening.
like, it was like 8:30.
Yeah.
And
They were already out of service for the day.
Yep. And so then Mac is born at 10:44, and I text at probably like 11:30 to everyone. And then there's a bunch of, texts and everything. And then and they don't respond. They don't get reception until the afternoon. Do you want to read the text from Adley?
I will read it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there was so much texting that had gone on. I mean, we all knew that you guys were going in for the C-section. That was at 10 o'clock. And then we all got the text at 12:23 in the morning of little baby Warren, all the stats on him. We're congratulating. Get the really cutesy pictures. And we're just loving on him. And then at 3:13 p.m. So at this point, I mean, it's been like 12 hours since he's been born.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally get a text from Adley in all caps. Oh, my tiger. Goodness gracious me. Oh, my tiger. We just got reception and Austin was driving and I just kept saying, oh, my goodness, as texts were coming in and Austin was driven mad trying to guess what was happening. He's so cute.
I just thought that was so funny.
Yeah, when I saw that text, I could just imagine, I could see it going down between them, just Adley looking at her phone, and Austin being like, oh, what? Like if Isabel did that, I'd be so annoyed. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably be thinking in the back of my head, it's probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like she's probably overreacting. And then she would tell me, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, just the fact that all went down without them knowing it all. And I knew, since we all knew that they were camping, this would have been so funny. It would have been too many logistics to figure out. But I was thinking, how funny would it be if we figured out what campground they were at, called them, and then essentially told the campground staff to like that tell them the whole situation. We've got these family members that haven't had service. Can you tell us like figure out which campsite that they're in and go deliver them the news? Like that would have been so funny to hear that go down as well. But they found out by text. And it was hilarious. So
yeah, it was so funny. So yeah, we got home on Monday. Week's been great. Oliver's feeling a whole lot better.
So much better.
But it's been a really fun week getting to have a new baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I always forget how small babies are.
Yeah.
It's like, it's only been 2 years since holding Oliver, but holding little Warren, I'm like, man, he's small.
Yeah.
So small.
Yeah. All right. Great podcast.
Yeah.
So we don't have any other comments. So leave comments, leave reviews, leave 5-star reviews.
Leave a 5-star review. Tell us about your favorite birthing experience.
Yeah, sure.
Just leave out the crazy details.
Yeah.
Only the funny ones, please.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.